Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today I'm going to be doing stages 33 to 38 of the Fanhome release of build the Max Verstappen RB19 Red Bull Formula 1 racing car. Now I haven't looked at the instructions, but I have brought this section back up. If you remember, I put these together, which I shouldn't have, because that was just me getting ahead of myself. So what I thought I'd do is take that back apart, get to the stage we're meant to be at today, and I've got 6 stages to go through today. Now, if you want to get this for yourself, I think it's available through Fanhome now. I have changed the links, and you can see them in the video description and also on that QR code on the screen. But without further ado, let's get cracking. Okay, so here is stage 33. Look at the instructions. There isn't much to do in these 6 stages by the look of it. As you can see, there's not much here at all. Putting this together onto this section here, and then we do get to put this on the car by the look of it. So it's looking just like that. So let's get this open. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking this front left air intake, and I'm going to be putting an interior on here, which is this piece here. And they just go together like this. Easiest way to do this is put the lug in first and then push together, just like that. So then we're going to be putting this into the side of the car. So this is going to be going on just like this here. It's held in from this side with A screws, which I've already opened. And I'm putting them in just through the top here. So one there and one on this side. I'm using my long stem screwdriver because obviously it's hard to get that in there. Now in the front here, I have this detail to put in. It's just going to be slotting down into the gap here, just like that. It sits into the position behind there. And then this is where we do get to put everything together here. Now when you've got this in here, this shouldn't come out if you've pushed it further enough down here. All we're going to do then is we're going to be putting this into position over here, which means just lifting these up like this, getting this into the position it's going to need to be. And as you can see there, it just sort of dropped itself in there, which is lovely. And then put the sides on like that. So that's how it's looking from the front. And as you can see, it's all in there on the back. Now if I just turn this upside down, I'm going to be putting this in with 4 of these A screws. So we've got 2 at the back. And then I've just got the 2 here at the fronts. Perfect. And with that in, that's all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 34, here's the instructions. And we've got this whole front compartment bodywork section to put in, looking just like this, adding this here. So now that's looking like that. So here's stage 34. Let's get this all open. So first thing I need is this section just here, and I need the steering shaft, which looks like that. It's actually going to go in this way through the hole here, just like that. Now on the other side of this, I do have this joint here, which has got the same pattern, which is a D-shaped pattern of this. And I'm going to be putting an O screw down the top to hold all this together. Challenge here is to make sure that we do this so that that part can be perfectly straight. It's looking good at the moment. There you go. That's in. Now the instructions are a little bit wrong here. They're telling you to put these tabs here into the M ones. You don't. You put them into the ones here. They're not going to fit in those ones. They fit in those ones just there. We're going to be using G screws, which will get both of these together. Now bring over this part of the car that we've been working on before. And I'm going to need to put this little visor into place, which is actually just going to go onto the lugs just here and here. So I'm going to wiggle it into position to make sure that that sits in all the way on those lugs. That's not coming out now. And then what I'm going to do is push all of these together here. So this, we just have a look here, is going to be going on to the linkage there, as you can see. And then this is actually just going to be sitting there. So it's giving you an idea of how everything is going together here. So I've got some A screws first. I'm going to be putting this in with the A screws. So 2 at the back here first. I won't worry too much about the steering linkage falling out at the moment, because you can get that back in no problems. And then these 2 at the front. Then I want one of these long M screws, and I want to navigate this steering fork here so the flat end is facing upwards towards me. I'm keeping my finger under there because now I'm about to put a screw in here, which actually goes in from this side, and this is going to hold both of these parts together. Just like that. Perfect. Now, in stage 32, we had the front compartment passenger support, which looked just like this. This is symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which way round we put this. But it's just going to be going into the positions here and here. It's going to be held in with A screws. So one there, and the other one just on this side here. Perfect. And with that done, that is all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 35, here's the instructions. And we've got these little parts of the steering wheel now that we're going to be doing. Creating that just like that. Putting the top on. So that's how that's looking. Got all the parts for this here. We have some little decals here, as you can see. Okay, take the steering wheel first, and I've got a panel just to put into this section just here, and then push that into place so it's nice and flush. This is metal, it's very heavy. Just put that to one side quickly while I bring over this section here, which has got all the stalks on it, and I want to be putting these 2 parts here together. So this is actually just going to be fitting in here like that, which is sort of making the collar for the steering wheel. So I'm just going to be putting this into position here. If I'm holding this way round, this is actually going to go on this way here, so it can fit on there like that. That's looking good. Put that to one side. Just bring the car back over here, and in this panel just at the front here, I have the number 1, which is just going to go into the position just there, and push that in. It's actually held in from the underside here into these 2 holes with P screws. Those screws are really hard to get in because there is a cavity between here and this section where you go here, so you need to make sure that the screw goes perfectly in straight to get those to engage. And with those 2 parts done, that's all there is to do in this stage. Okay, stage 36. Here's the instructions. Not a lot to do. Look, 2 left structural panels here that we're just going to be piecing together like that. All I'm going to do is take these 2 panels. I've got 2 lugs here, and I'm just going to be matching them off just like this on the top camera and pushing these together. And make sure they snip into place like that. That's all there is to do in that stage. So penultimate stage of this pack, stage 37. Here's the instructions. And again, we've got the start of the left radiator now. A couple of bits here. That's looking like that. And as you can see, it's only a couple of pieces here. Radiator looking like that. And all I'm going to be doing is putting this onto here like that and holding it in with 2 of these A screws. So this is a lightning quick stage here. These just going in the top. So one there and one here. And then that means that's the end of that stage. So the last stage of this pack is stage 38. Here is the instructions. And I'm believing we're going to be doing the left-hand part of the radiator. So it's just putting two parts together just like that. So in whole, this is actually quite a quick pack. I think the hardest bit is just putting the steering parts together, which wasn't hard at all, to be honest with you. So all I'm going to be doing is taking the radiator here, and this panel, this is going to be going into here. Got some lugs just to push in, line it up, make sure that that's pushed in flush, just like that. And then on top of that, I've got the structural panel that we're going to be putting in. That's just going to go over those holes there, held in with these A screws. So one there and one here. And with that done, that is all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. So we've done the start of the radiator. Obviously, we've got the steering wheel here. We do have some decals. I've got the main body of the car that we've got just there. I do have this piece. Did this actually come in one of these, or has this fallen off? I don't know. I'm going to figure that one out later. If it's fallen off, I can put it back on afterwards. But I've got no idea where that goes. It looks like the collar for the steering wheel, but we haven't had to put a collar, whoops, in the steering wheel. So don't know what that's actually for. I've just looked at stage 34 and it's a collar for the steering wheel. We don't actually use that yet, so we're going to be using that later on to keep that part safe. All good. Anyway, I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
That's not good. That was the Lancaster. Don't want to look at that. That's not good at all. Somehow the guns have survived. The guns have survived. What a way to end this video. Oh my god. It's okay. The Lancaster is okay. I haven't broke anything. Wow. That was scary. Whoa. I'll leave you to it. Take care.